Income tax exemption. In this season where everyone is talking about tax, and we are hearing tax this, tax that, tax this, tax that, it is also important to bring to your attention what the law intends not to tax. And that is what we are going to be talking about today. Oladejade Adeyemi is my name. I am that business coach that designates his time to reading the tax laws so that you do not have to spend as much time. Section 162 of the Nigeria Tax Act has made clear what income the law intends to exempt from taxes. What operations and the operations of who and who. When the law says person, the law says entities, taxable persons, individuals as persons. So when you look at section 1 of that, subsection 1 of that section 162, verbatim it quotes that there is exempt from tax under chapter 2 of this act, the profits accruing to or gain from disposal of assets of any person being one, statutory or registered friendly society. If you are an association, a friendly society, group of people that came together to incorporate whatever they are doing under an association or a body, the law says the profits or gains that accrue to that association or entity is not taxable. But there's a proviso there that you should pay attention to. It says, where the profits or gains are not derived from trade or business carried on by such society. So you cannot say you are Mukulumuke Association and then you now say the association is now trading a particular line of business. So if the association is just a group of people coming together to better the lot of their members, but are not carrying out any trade. Trade can be that you own a space, you are releasing it out, you are renting it out, you bought a motor vehicle, you are using it to do business. Anything that is outside of the core of your setup as an association. The law progresses by saying cooperative society, which is, the second subsection under that particular section. Registered under any enactment or law relating to cooperative society, not being profit or gain. Again, that proviso is there. If you are a cooperative society and you are facing your cooperative society affairs to your members squarely, the law does not intend to tax any profits or gains that accrue through you. A person, again, engaged in educational, religious, or charitable activity of a public character where the profit or gains are not derived from a trade or business carried out by such persons. This provision is a very contentious one because you have educational, so you have the schools under this particular provision. You have religious organization, churches, mosque, and from time to time people ask, am I supposed to pay tax as a church? Am I supposed to pay tax as a mosque? Am I supposed to pay tax as a school? This provision is clear. As long as you are set up to have activities of a public character, and remember that proviso that says that the profits or gains are not derived from a trade. So where you are carrying out trade, you are now owning property, you are now selling stuff, handkerchief, whatever it is, as long as it constitutes trade or business in the eyes of the law, that portion of that trade or business is going to be taxed. But your core operation, being a charitable organization, being a religious body, being an educational organization, will not be liable to tax. And it goes on to say trade union, registered under the Trade Union Act. It goes on to say federal or state or local governments, in Nigeria. So the profits of all of these entities, the law is saying, I do not intend to tax them. There are many more, other than those bodies that I've mentioned. There are also some types of income that the law specifically says, are not, those types of income will not be taxable. An example is income earned from bond issued by state government or federal government of Nigeria. That's why you now see investment houses sending notifications and emails about the fact that they will deduct tax, withholding tax from your mutual funds, from any of those money market instruments and all of that. But when you have income from bond that have been issued by a state government in Nigeria, because the subsection N of that section clearly says that is not going to be taxable, that particular stream of income will not be taxed. It also extends that to military, those that are in the military, quoting verbatim now, the law says the wages and salary of military officer. Someone asked me, what about paramilitary in one particular forum that we had? I said the law did not mention paramilitary. When it comes to the issue of tax, what the law says is important and how it says it. The law is very explicit and no other thing should be read into it. We are going to draw the curtain here, and I hope that you've been able to glean a thing or two, from this particular section. It's important that you pay attention to what the law intends to tax. Sometimes when people talk about taxes, people are just emotional. Taxes and emotions, they don't go together. You have to look at what the law says and then structure your transaction in such a way that you do not fall on the wrong side of the divide. Till I come your way again, I remain Oladejo Adeyemi, and I'm hoping that you will continue to share, like, subscribe, and follow all of this channel such that we will keep educating ourselves and have an enriching community of business owners who are armed with the knowledge of what the law expects from them. I'll come your way again. See you.